Hello friends, my name is Ankur and welcome back to my channel. Friends, recently we had started our English speaking course and in that course I had covered 48 lessons of it. So friends, in previous lesson I had discussed about how to use correlatives and temporals in our English sentences. So friends, today we are going to continue the same topic, that is correlatives and temporals, and this topic will end today, and from next lesson we are going to learn about another topic. So friends, let's start English speaking part 49. English speaking part 49, correlatives and temporals, which I had already told you friends, these are basic words or group of words which are used to connect two sentences or complete the sentence, to know the meaning of the sentence. Friends, without using these words the sentence will become incomplete and there will be no meaning of the sentence. So friends, I will read the sentences in Hindi and will try to translate you in English so that it becomes easier for you to understand about correlatives and temporals. जितना ऊंचा चढ़े उतनी ठंडक बढ़ती जाती है. So in English it means the higher you go, the colder it is. So friends, in this sentence they are basically trying to tell the climate or weather of a particular place. They are saying that जितना ऊंचा हम चढ़ेंगे तो उतनी ठंडक बढ़ती जाएगी. So friends, in English it means the higher you go, the colder it is. So friends, the higher is basically the relative word which is being used in this sentence. Means the higher you go, the colder it is, which is completing the sentence and telling the meaning of the sentence. वह इतनी कमज़ोर है कि वह चल नहीं सकती. In English, she is so weak that she cannot walk. So friends, in this sentence they are trying to tell the physical personality of a particular person. Basically they are telling the physical personality of a female person. So they are trying to say कि वह इतनी कमज़ोर है, मतलब वो इतनी वीक है कि वह अपने आप चल नहीं सकती. So in English it means she is so weak that she cannot walk. So friends, you can see in this sentence that is connecting the sentence. Means she is so weak कि वो चल नहीं सकती. तो that is connecting the sentence and it is a correlative and temporal which is basically telling the meaning of the sentence. मैं सिर्फ अंग्रेज़ी ही नहीं फ्रेंच भी पढ़ता हूँ. In English I study not only English but French also. So in this sentence a particular person is telling about his hobbies or interest. So he is trying to say कि मैं सिर्फ अंग्रेज़ी यानी इंग्लिश ही नहीं पढ़ता, मैं फ्रेंच भी पढ़ता हूँ. So in English it means I study not only English but French also. So here you can see friends, not only is basically a correlative which is connecting the sentence and which is telling the meaning of the sentence. I study not only English but French also, and it is a friend present tense. The above sentence was also a present tense. ना समीर और ना ही उसका भाई इस पार्क में खेलता है. In English, neither Samir nor his brother plays in this park. So in this sentence they are trying to tell that ना तो समीर और ना ही उसका भाई इस पार्क में खेलता है, मतलब कोई भी दोनों में से उस पार्क में नहीं खेलता है. So in English it means neither Samir nor his brother plays in this park. So here you can see friends, neither Samir and nor his brother, they are basically connecting the sentence. They are basically correlative and temporal which are telling the meaning of the sentence, and they are telling about the availability of both the brothers, and it is a present tense. So these are basically continuing the sentence and telling the meaning of the sentence, that is neither Samir and nor his brother. प्रथम आने की तो बात ही क्या, वह तो परीक्षा में पास भी नहीं हो सकता. In English, what to speak of standing first, he cannot even pass the examination. So in this sentence the person is trying to say कि about a student that he even cannot, वो तो फर्स्ट प्रथम आने की बात तो छोड़िए, वो परीक्षा को पास भी नहीं कर सकता. Means in English he is trying to say what to speak of standing first, he cannot even pass the examination. So basically they are trying to say कि प्रथम आना तो छोड़िए, वो एग्जाम में परीक्षा में पास भी नहीं हो सकता. So here you can see friends, what to speak of standing first, he cannot even pass the examination. So here you can see friends, what to and he cannot are basically connecting the sentence, and they are basically temporals and correlative which are telling the meaning of the sentence and joining the sentence. जो ही वह अपना भाषण देने के लिए उठा, हाल तालियों से गूंजने लगा. In English, no sooner did he get up to deliver his speech than the hall began to resound with cheers. So in this sentence, they are basically telling about a person कि जैसे ही वो उठा भाषण देने के लिए, तो जो हॉल था वो तालियों से गूंजने लगा, मतलब तालियों के बजने की आवाज़ शुरू हो गई. So basically it means no sooner did he get up to deliver his speech then the hall began to resound with cheers. So here you can see friends, no sooner is basically correlative and temporal, which is connecting the sentence and which is telling the meaning of the sentence, because no sooner we will, if we remove no sooner, then there will be no meaning of the sentence, and basically it is completing the sentence and telling the meaning of the sentence. So friends, no sooner is a correlative and temporal which is being used in this sentence. So friends, now we are going to discuss some basic wordings about correlatives and temporals which we normally use in our English sentences when we speak in front of another person. Correlatives: as soon as long as, unless, as far as, although. So ye friends, they are basically used in the sentence to connect the sentence. Until, till, so that. They are also used in the middle of the sentence to connect the sentence. No sooner, then, hardly, when, not only but also, either or, neither nor. They are basically friends, they used to combine two sentences, one sentence in another portion and another in another portion. So they combine two sentences and try to tell the meaning of the sentence. Scarcely when, rather than, no less than, the and the. They are also used to join the two sentences and try to tell the meaning of the sentence and combine the sentence. And these are basically correlatives and temporals which we use in our English sentences to do conversation with another person. So friends, this was the English speaking part 49, in which I told you about correlatives and temporals, which are basically words which are used to relate the sentences, and these are basically words which are either used in the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. They are basically used to connect two sentences and to tell the meaning of the sentence. So friends, I tried to explain you in Hindi and also try to translate you in English so that you can find it easier to understand about these correlatives and temporals. So I hope friends you would have find it easier to understand about these correlative and temporals with these examples. And friends, correlative and temporals play a very important role in our English language because their knowledge, their basics and their awareness is very important if we want to become a fluent speaker in English language. So friends, in your spare time, try to practice these sentences either in front of mirror or try to talk with your friends or relatives by using these sentences. So ultimately what will happen friends, your English language will become fluent, your hesitation will be removed, you will gain more confidence while speaking these sentences. So friends, kindly like, share, subscribe my channel and do press the bell icon in the subscription box, and I will also share my Instagram and Facebook link in the description box below. So friends, please keep supporting me so that I may bring you more English speaking lessons in a simple and easier way so that your English language may become fluent. So friends, you gave your valuable and precious time friends. Have a nice day.